All right, so Rachel needs to convince Akiva that he can start learning Torah, even though he's almost 40 years old. So one day, Akiva is sitting and he's taking care of the sheep, and he's sitting near a rock. And Rachel comes over and they're talking, and Rachel notices the rock in front of them. And she says, Akiva, wow, look at this beautiful rock. Look, it's bumpy, it has a hole in it. It's not flat, it's not smooth. I wonder what happened. And they kind of investigate the rock, and they realize that near the rock there's a little waterfall, and the water is flowing over the rock. It's flowing over the rock. Now there's a very fancy science word that we know. Well, we don't know, but I'm going to teach you. It's called erosion. Now when a rock goes underwater for a very long time, the smooth rock that Hashem made slowly starts to break down a little bit. And pieces of the rock, very, very tiny pieces over a long time, start to break. And that's how the grooves form in a rock. And so Rachel says, just like the water makes these grooves and bumps in the rock, that's how the Torah is going to go in your brain. It's not going to be easy, and you're not going to remember it all at once. But the longer you learn, the more you're going to know, and the more you're going to remember. And Akiva takes a big deep breath, and he says, okay, Rachel, I think I'm going to do it. And Rachel's so excited because she really wants to marry Akiva. And she would only marry somebody who wants to learn Torah. So when he agrees, she says, all right, let's go talk to my father and let's see what he says. So they both go to Kalba Savua. Now remember, Rena, Kita Zahav needs to see Kalba Savua's face. All right, and Rachel says, I really want to marry Akiva. Okay? And Kalba Savua has other thoughts.
No, you cannot marry Kawasavu.
Akiva. Rachel looks at Akiva. I'm going to marry him no matter what. And Kalba Savua tells her that she always wanted to marry a Talmud Chacham.
But you always wanted to marry a Talmud Chacham.
Well, Akiva, he's not Rabbi Akiva yet. Akiva is going to learn. He's going to start learning. And what does Kalba Savua answer?
You could not marry him because unless you want to live in a shack.
Rachel understands that Kalba Savua is going to send her away. Never want to see her again. She won't have the beautiful house she was used to. She won't have the beautiful dresses she wore, or the beautiful, comfortable bed, or the delicious food she's used to. But she knows that the Torah is more important. So she looks at her father and she says, that's okay. I don't need that stuff. I want to marry Akiva, and I want to help him become a Talmud Chacham. And so Akiva and Rachel get married, and Kalba Savua doesn't let Akiva work for him anymore, and doesn't let him into his house. And they go and they live in a little shack. And Akiva tries to make money. And he tries to make money, and he works. And every day Rachel says, no, when are you going to start going to the yeshiva? And Akiva, he says, but I have to make money. You don't have food. You don't have dresses. You don't have a place to sleep like you used to. And Rachel said, I married you so that you can go to yeshiva to learn. And it was day after day, and Akiva wasn't going. And Rachel decides, I have to help him. So, before we continue to the story, I'm going to teach you a Rabbi Akiva song. Not the one that we know already, but a different one that, if you remember, I always told you, there was a Mora in my other school that I would listen to her, and I would listen to her songs, and then I would teach my class the songs that she taught to her class. So this is another song that I learned from her. Her name was Mora Zeitz. Her name is Mora Zeitz. So Here it goes. Rabbi Akiva was a shepherd boy. He watched the sheep all day.